Uh, okay, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي أما بعد I think this session is in English, right, Abba? English session, so we will speak
Yes,
in
sir, it is.
all right. Okay, so I will start sharing my screen, and this session is going to be recorded. Okay, for the sake of those who will attend late. All right, and for those who have attended, if you want to watch the recording, you too, you can go and have access to the recording on our YouTube channel. And this will help in case if you have missed something during the session or if you need more information about something that wasn't clear during the session. Okay. All right. So you are welcome to the second session in our workshop series titled Scholarship Tips and Tricks. Today is the 20th January, and we will have our second workshop where we discuss how students can be able to obtain scholarships in prestigious universities across the globe. Before we start, I would like to make mention of some students here who have attended our last session and were very vibrant and were engaging, that we are giving them a free scholarship application package where we will help them apply to 10 different applications and the universities. By doing that, we believe it will help them achieve their career goal and their educational goal. This Muhammad Umar Kafiel, Ibrahim Hamza, Abdullah Nasser Audu, and Adnan Ismail. So once again, congratulations to them, and we hope they will be able to cooperate with the technical team so that they will be able to help them apply to these scholarships. And we hope those who have attended today, some of them also will be eligible for this particular scholarship opportunity. So the agenda for today is as follows. I will start by providing an introduction. Okay, then we will move into requirements. What is required when applying for a scholarship? After that, we will talk about Q&A. Okay, so we'll open the session for questions and answers. Those who want to engage or have some questions, you can use that opportunity to ask your questions. If you have any question, you can write it in the chat. Okay, and when we reach that time where we will do Q&A, we will address the questions accordingly. You can also raise your hand. You can use the raise hand button to raise your hand, and we will be able to give you the chance to ask your question. Once the questions and answers are done, we will move on to show you how to apply step by step to a particular scholarship opportunity. So that if you follow these same steps that you are going to be shown, you will also be able to apply for a scholarship opportunity, the same opportunity, if you provide the required documents as well as the required information. We will also allow another session for Q&A related to the application process that was previously discussed. After we are done with that, we will give an overview of Udemy platform. So this is a platform which we developed to help students practice for exams that are required for getting scholarships, as well as get ideas on how to obtain scholarships. All right. So Udemy app is uh, is there, and it was made for students to help them uh, secure scholarships as well as educate and upskill students. All right. Then of course, we will show you the packages and close the session. These are your presenters for today. My humble self, Abubakar Sana Ali, and my colleague Abbas Raj. We will be the ones who will guide you through the workshops step by step. So, who are we and what do we do? Okay. So, for those who are joining this session for the first time, the company, okay, is called Yawa Digital and Automation Technologies. We have been in the educational sector for over 2 decades, so we know how to help students in this regard. Okay, we provide comprehensive educational consulting, not just about scholarships, anything education. You can always reach to us. If we don't know, we certainly know somebody who knows. So we can refer you to that person who will be able to provide you with the right answer or solution to your problem. We also provide other consulting services. For example, we provide training services, okay, in different fields, especially things that have to do with upskilling and things that have to do with vocational training. Why us and why are we unique? First of all, we try to take a practical approach. So we don't like teaching people theory. We like to show you how things are done in real life. Okay. We provide workshops to show people step by step on how they can go about doing whatever it is that we want them to be able to learn. Not only that, whatever tool or knowledge that is required to make things happen, we make sure we provide it for you. The state of the art tools, the trending tools, everything. We do our best to make sure it is at your fingertips. So this is why we are unique. And what do you expect to get out of this workshop? So you are going to stay here for the next 1 hour. At least you should have an idea what do you get at the end of the workshop. First of all, there is awareness. Okay, so you will have an understanding first of all about what is even a scholarship and why do you need a scholarship. Once you have an understanding, that will of course naturally make you motivated towards obtaining one and securing a scholarship opportunity if you are interested in pursuing a higher degree or in moving your career path to the next level. And then lastly, one of the things you will get as a takeaway from this sitting is that you will see how things are done step by step in a practical approach. All right. So we will start with the requirements, and this is mostly because of the request and the inquiries we've been receiving over the week. For that reason, we thought that the requirement section is the part that requires more explanation, and that's the part that I will start talking about. So as you can see in this grid box, we have around 12 requirements. So when you are applying for scholarship, this is your checklist. Okay, you can write them down, or when you come to watch the videos later, okay, you can pause here and then jot everything down, because if you are really interested in obtaining a scholarship, then you need to have these things ready and you have to make them available. First of all, you need the transcript, okay, and this is the proof of your academic progress over the years, your performance in the, be it university or be it secondary school. People need to see some proof. So this is, if you are applying for bachelor, this could be your report cards, okay, from your secondary school, your WAEC, your NECO results. That is the transcript. If you are applying for, let's say, MSc or PhD, then your bachelor's degree transcript is required, your certificate is required. Okay, so that is the first requirement. The second requirement is your field of study. People need to know exactly what are you trying to apply for. Maybe you studied, let's say, STEM course, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics course, and then you are trying to apply for business administration as your PhD or MSc. So there might be some conflict there. You might not be able to get it if the requirement clearly states that you need a business degree to be able to apply for the postgraduate in business. Okay. So you have to be clear on this. Whatever scholarship you are applying for, make sure you check what and what fields are the ones that are allowed to apply for that particular scholarship. We have essays or personal statements. So scholarships sometimes will require you to write some essay. And this essay could be for you to write down how do you hear about the scholarship, why do you want the scholarship, and what do you plan to get out of the scholarship. So you have to convince them in writing why are you even the right person to be awarded that scholarship. You have to have everything in a written form, in an essay form. So that is like the personal statement which you will be required to submit. Letter of recommendations. So this is also very important because if I'm going to give you a job or if I'm going to give you a scholarship, I would like to make sure that you really deserve it and you do have the requirements and you have been able to do well in your previous endeavors. Okay. Let's say, for example, you want to apply for MSc. So I would like to hear from your bachelor's degree professors. How good is this student? Is he a good student or is he a bad student? If this person is a bad student, then why should I waste my time giving him a scholarship to study masters? You know, why not you give this scholarship to another person who really deserves it more? Okay. So that's why they will require you to submit some letter of recommendation, especially maybe from your previous advisors or from your previous teachers. Or if you are going for maybe PhD and you maybe been working, then they will require some letter of recommendation from your current employer. So your boss, okay, your Oga needs to write a good letter for you to tell them that this person is a good person and he will be able to do and will be able to accomplish whatever task he is assigned to. Standardized tests. Okay, many people also ask questions about this. So these standardized tests are also important. This means these are tests that have to do with the assessing the student based on his capability. You are going to study maybe in Europe, maybe in UK, maybe in US. These people speak English. They don't know how to speak your language. Maybe they can't even say a single word in your language. So they need to make sure that you can really speak English so that when you come to class and teachers are teaching you, you will be able to follow along. You will not be sitting there like Mumu, you know. So that's why they ask you to go and sit down and take a test. English test. Okay? They need to know that you can speak English, which is one of the reasons why we are doing these sessions in English, because what we are doing, why is simple, right? You are going for an international scholarship. These people are speaking in English, they are teaching in English. So if you are going there, you should be able to speak English. If not, we will have been offering the sessions in Hausa or other local language. But since the objective is for you to get scholarship and English is one of the requirements, that's why we made all our sessions for the workshop to be in English. Not only English test, there is another test for those who are going to maybe apply for MSc or PhD in some universities, and they call it the GRE. Okay, so this GRE exam involves testing mostly so many different aspects of learning. Because, for example, you are coming from different universities all around the world. Some universities are good, some are not. Maybe if you get a first class in your own university, if they take you to another university, if you are lucky, you will graduate with a pass, you know, because of how difficult it is to study there. So because of this, if they say we are going to take only first class, no matter which university you are coming from, then they might find themselves taking in on people that really do not deserve to be there. So for that reason, they do this kind of GRE exams where everybody will come and sit, regardless of your background. They will test your IQ, your intelligent quotient. How good are you? You know. Are you intelligent enough? So these kind of exams actually have no bearing. They do not depend on your previous experience or on your university. So whether your university is good or not, if you as an individual is intelligent and brilliant, then you should be able to pass those exams. And that's actually what they are after. All right. They want to see those good students who can be able to do well in whatever settings they find themselves. So these are the standardized unit tests. These are the most common standardized tests you will see and you will come across. The others include, for example, GMAT and the likes for those who are going for business administration and other types of courses in that regard. So these are the most important, the critical ones. Transcript, field of study, essay, letters of recommendation, and standardized tests. These ones you hardly escape one of these five. Every time they will ask you this. So make sure you have these five ready before you apply for any scholarship. Okay? Yeah. So as you see them here, they come in the order of you know importance and significance. Transcript is a must. Okay? Letters of recommendation is a must. Essays, field of study is also a must. Standardized tests could vary. Sometimes they might require, most of the time they require this. Sometimes they do not require this. Okay. The next ones are more of optional depending on the type of scholarship you are applying for. Sometimes they ask you for it, sometimes they don't. And this include, for example, interviews or audition recordings. So sometimes after you submit all this and they like your application, they will invite you for an interview. They will tell you, okay, come, let's talk. They want to hear from you. They want to maybe ask you some few questions. Some people might be good on paper, but when you speak with them, they are terrible. Maybe they can't even speak English, but they have scored A1 in English in YA. But they can't write or speak a single sentence in English correctly. So interviews will be able to also you know so well, I don't want to go into stories because of time, but they sometimes ask you to come and do an interview. Okay, so try to make sure you practice for the interview so that you don't expose yourself. They will ask you some questions, and if you work with us, we will train you on how to take an interview and how to pass an interview. Recordings, what do we mean by audition recording? So what will they do here? Some of them will tell you, okay, take your mobile phone and record yourself in 2 minutes. Tell us why we should give you this scholarship. Introduce yourself, say, okay, I'm so person. I studied in so school. This is what I studied. This is what I did. And I believe I'm a good fit for this scholarship because of this, and that. Okay. So in 2 minutes, you do this. And it's also a way to expose those who can't or who don't have actually those communication skills. All right. Proof of ethnicity or demographic information. So some scholarships, not all, but some might ask you to send them, let's say, letter of indigene. So or your passport will be able to tell them which country you are coming from or what is your ethnicity. Okay? And ethnicity, for example, they might say, okay, this scholarship is for women. So or for men, sorry, for black people. Scholarship for black people, or for Caucasians, or scholarship for Mexicans. It doesn't matter. They look at things in this way sometimes. Maybe some black guy wants to give scholarship to only black people. So they might say this scholarship is for black people. So if you are white, don't go and apply because they will reject it automatically. Demography is all about, for example, saying that this scholarship belongs to a certain category of people. For example, you can have male or female. I've seen so many scholarships out there that are only targeting women, female. So are you a female student who wants to get a scholarship? Yes, then this is a scholarship for you. Citizenship or residency proof. I started talking a little bit about it. Sometimes some scholarships are for some particular people from a particular country. If you are, let's say, from Uganda and the scholarship is for Nigerians, you cannot apply for that scholarship. Okay? If you apply, they will reject it automatically. Work experience verification. So if you are going for, let's say, uh, what will I say? For PhD, postgraduate, okay? Sometimes you might have been working with some maybe company or industry or what have you. So they might want to verify that you do have the work experience because maybe they want people who have some years of experience in the labor, and that scholarship is for those people. So they might ask you to bring a proof that you've been working and you have the experience, and so many other things could happen. But as I said, this is optional. Research or project proposal. So if you are going for postgraduate, especially PhD, they will ask you to send them a project proposal or research proposal. Okay, that is to say, if you come to do this PhD, what do you plan to study? What do you plan to sit and research on? Okay, do you have some idea of how to even write a research proposal? Do you know what it is? Do you know what how to come up with scholarly written document? That is one of the things they will ask you sometimes if you are going for PhD or masters sometimes. Masters not that common, but sometimes they do ask. They will ask you to give them some written document, so that at least they can be able to see how you write and they have some idea. But when it comes to PhD, most of the scholarships will require you to write some proposal for a project, unless if they have funded projects that they already know what they want to do. In that case, they might not ask for it. Leadership acknowledgements. So let's say you are class rep, you are the class captain in your class and stuff like that. Okay, or you are the monitor in your primary school or secondary school, head boy, head girl, whatever it is. Okay, that could add value when you are applying. That if you say, yeah, I was once my head boy or head girl during secondary school, they might take this as an additional point. You might be given priority over those who did not have any leadership history. Community involvement records. So this is for those who have been engaging in things that have to do with NGO, for example. You have this organization which you work with to help people, maybe orphans, widows, stuff like that. Or maybe it's not even that, but you are very vibrant when it comes to helping out in the community. You are a tutor, put people together, bring people together, teach them, you know. So this kind of community involvement too sometimes helps you to get scholarships. So if you know you have not been helping out in the community, please and please, okay, start doing something. Look at your community. See, even if it is to say, okay, I'm going to be in charge of arranging, sweeping, community sweeping every week. I will organize my friends. Come, let's go and sweep our community every week. I will be doing that, or every month I will do that. And I think, yeah, if you are part of that, very good for scholarship. They like things like that. If you are not doing anything to help people, then don't expect people to help you. As simple as that. You help people, you get help. Allah will help you. Okay, if you don't do anything for the community, you are always there to collect. You only know how to receive. Then don't expect to get a scholarship. Very difficult. Okay, so please arrange for something to do within the community. Always help, always engage, and that's how you get help. And it always adds value. I can't emphasize this, okay, but I know this is one of the things that sometimes makes the difference. Okay, you will be surprised. Okay, so before we move to the next section, we would like to ask you to write a little bit in the chat what you understand by letter of recommendation. What is letter of recommendation? So what is letter of recommendation? Just type it in the chat. What do you understand from what I explained just now about letter of recommendation? Why do you need letter of recommendation, and what is letter of recommendation? So this will be a 2 minutes exercise. Okay, this is gonna be a 2 minutes exercise, and we will allow you time to work on that. What is letter of recommendation? Okay, we have 1 minute left. Still no entries. What is letter of recommendation? Okay, we have one from Mudassir. Letter of recommendation is a comment given by school or teacher to simplify, okay, your character and attitude. Very good, very good. Ali Zakaria, a letter of recommendation is a letter that your previous teacher or lecturer will recommend you about performance and character during your school time in their place. Very good. All these are very good entries. Okay, 10 seconds to go. Here we have another one from Abdul Wahab. Letter of recommendation is letter that comes from either your lecturers or boss from the office showing your performance and character. Amazing. Okay, so we have 3 people. We have 3 entries. Abba, we have 3 people here already. We have, okay, so this will be the last entry. Abdullahi Nasir Audu will be the last entry. I think this was part of our winners of last week. Okay. So yeah, so we have 3 new guys who have added their comments. So please take them down. So these guys will give you a gift. By the end of the session, we will have a gift. So please stick around, and you can be able to redeem your gift accordingly. Okay, so we'll move on to the next part, and the next part is how to apply for a scholarship. Okay, how do you apply for a scholarship? This one is from the Wesleyan University, okay, for undergrads. So if you are an undergrad, you want to do a bachelor's degree, okay, I've posted a video earlier, I think about a week or 2 weeks ago, on this scholarship on social media platforms. So if you want to get a bachelor's degree scholarship, or you want to apply for this particular scholarship, you can watch how to do that. Okay, you can watch how to do that. And for those who want to get a PhD or master's, it still is going to be beneficial for you to see all those requirements we've discussed previously, how they are asked, how they are supposed to be filled. But before we start, I think there should be a Q&A session. Okay, so let's have a 5 minutes Q&A. If you have a question, you are allowed to open up your mic and ask, or you send it in the chat. Okay, we have another entry from Ibrahim Hamza, also one.
Good afternoon, everyone, and my name is Ali Zakaria. Please, my question is that is about the English proficiency exams.
Okay.
Yeah, test or test Adiba. So I have a lot of issues with this one. I want to clearly understand how do I like now in Nigeria, how do we get that English proficiency test?
Okay. So when it comes to English proficiency test, okay, there are 2 tests involved, and they come in different shapes. Okay, some of them will allow you to take it from your room. Okay, they are online. Somebody is trying to. Okay, So, for example, we have what we say IALTS, you have TOEFL as of I think 2020. This ones, once you register, you go and register online. Okay, if you register online, yeah, I don't know if you can be able to mute. This is the one that is muted. Can we see the person who is not muted? I think there is some noise coming from the audience. Okay, so as I was saying, English proficiency exam comes in two shapes. We have the online version and you have the offline version. Okay, the online version, you go to the school, you go and apply on their website. Once you apply on their website, okay, they will send you a date. They will tell you, okay, on so date, we will send you a link to sit and write the exam. So it will be CBT. So you require maybe your laptop and internet connection. You need these two things, internet and laptop. You sit maybe in your room, okay, and you write the exam. The offline, you have to go to a center. There is an exam center. If you want to do IELTS, one of the English proficiency exams that is accepted worldwide, in Kano, they have a center. In Abuja, there is a center. Okay, in Kaduna, I think also there are possibly some centers. In Lagos, definitely, always you have centers for exams in Lagos and Abuja. Okay. You also have maybe centers in Port Harcourt. Okay. So major cities in the six geopolitical zones in Nigeria, they have centers where you can go sit for the exam and you write it. I remember I did ALTS and in 2013 or 14. Yeah. At that time, they have only one center in the north, which is in the Capital Territory, FCT in Abuja. Okay, so they have centers where you go, but you also have to fill the online application. Okay, you fill the online application and you tell them you want to go to the center. Why do you want to go to the center? Sometimes maybe you don't have a laptop. All right, if you don't have a laptop, then it might be difficult for you to do it at home. Maybe you have a laptop, but you don't have stable internet connection. If your internet is bad, then it is safer if you go to that center and do the exam because they always have very good internet. Okay? But if you know you have good internet, you can do these exams even at home. Some of them, they can allow you to write the exams from your room. Is that clear?
That's clear. That's
All right. Yeah, maybe the cost of the exam. Currently, I think it is around $200. Abba, am I right? What is the price now? The current cost for IELTS and TOEFL?
Yeah, it's around that range. I think 180 to $200.
Yeah, so 180 to $200. So for the English exam, you
Yeah.
are talking about 200,000 naira, okay, to around 250 or yeah, something like that. So is it compulsory for undergraduate? Somebody is asking. It's not compulsory for undergraduate students. If you are going for undergraduate, you are mostly exempted from taking the exams. No need for that. Okay. So, but they want your X. Your X should be very good to increase your chances. All right. So what else? Yeah. So I will advise if you want to take English exam, make sure you practice because it is expensive, right? It is very expensive. So make sure you practice. Okay. Who is next? No question. Okay, if you have questions, you can send them in the chat and we will address them after the live demonstration of how to apply for the Wesleyan University scholarship. Okay, Abba, over to you. I will stop sharing.
Okay. So Okay, so thank you for that presentation. So this is the uh, Illinois Wesleyan University application.
Okay, I
And
think
I think
yeah, you can show them how to just put the okay, so just put the name of the application in Google and press
okay,
enter. Yeah, maybe so that those who want to also apply, they know where to start
okay,
from. Okay.
okay. So this is where you go to this Illinois Wesleyan University scholarship application. I think usually you have a lot of links that will point you through that part. But something like this should do scholarships and grants or financial aid or scholarship opportunities Illinois Wesleyan University. So let's click on this one for financial aid. Then see application. There should be an apply now button somewhere. Let's see apply for aid. New student, sorry, international student. Okay, but sometimes usually they talk about uh, the requirements, so you need to go through the requirements most times.
What are the requirements?
I just want to look for the page so that just see them. So I don't Google them. Okay. Cool. I think there used to be a requirements page. Like this. So these are the required materials. Students interested in admission to Illinois Wesleyan University must submit one of the following applications. They have a IWU application, common application, then transcripts are compulsory, ACs too. Then you can see here that international students whose first or native language is not English. Usually, sometimes they don't consider Nigeria as speaking pure English, so you have to take the exam or take the standardized tests. You are still required to complete the English proficiency exam requirement as mentioned above. And then, yeah, I think you are good to go because this one is an undergraduate, so it's not that too much strict as an MSc or PhD application would have been. So you have to take note of the requirements
So
actually.
only
You have to read
need
through.
transcripts. Okay.
Yeah,
So
transcript
you can.
and then an AC.
So as I was saying earlier, you need
Yeah.
your transcript ready. Some person, if I remember correctly, asked me what transcript do they need. So you need your NECO, and if you have your report cards from the same school that you studied, your bachelor's, sorry, your secondary school, your report cards, it will also help. Okay. Then what? You have AC. I told you earlier that sometimes they need you to
Yeah.
write something. Why do you want the scholarship? Why are you the
Yeah.
right person for that scholarship? Okay. You
Mm.
have to tell
Yeah.
them why. Why you? Why not others? Okay.
Yeah.
Lastly, they want you to be an international student. They don't want
Mm.
an American, a US citizen. They want somebody who comes
Yeah.
from a different country. So this is
Yeah.
something I also told you earlier. Okay. And they
Yeah.
made mention that sometimes they do not require the English. You see, they said that if you are not from a native English speaking country, you are required to
Mm.
complete English proficiency exam requirement as
Yeah.
mentioned above. Okay, so this
Yeah. This is what.
exam, this they want. If you are from Nigeria, to be on the safe side, you should take the exam.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you should take the exam.
Take the exam. Yeah.
Take the exam. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, so I think that's all the requirements. There is no
Yeah. So you click.
application fee. Okay, no application
Yeah.
fee.
There's no
Somebody
application.
asked you whether there is application fee. There is no application fee. Okay.
Yeah. So if you click on apply now, it takes you to a returning user or a first time user. So if you've already created, if you just go to for the first time, you just click on create new account, and if you create new account, it will take you to where you put in your login details, and then they send you an email to verify. So this is what they usually send when you are starting afresh. So let's assume I'm just starting afresh. Let's see Abba. Gmail.com. Everything. Let's see. I was born September 18. Let's say I was born 2010, for example, and then I continue. So you see that if you have a temporary PIN has been sent to your email address, so I'll have to go to my Gmail account and find my email, and then as soon as my Gmail opens,
Okay, can you hear us about? I think we've lost you. We can't hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. So sorry, it just went off maybe for some second. So usually they send a PIN, and then I don't know why it's taking forever to load. Yeah, so it's back.
So the check the thing is sent to your email. Okay,
Yeah, this is it on my email.
and you get the pin and you come and type.
Copy it, then paste it, and then put in that birth date you used earlier on. I think I used September, I used the 18th, and I used in 2010. I will forget. So now I need to enter a new password, and you can see the requirements on this page. This part, they are very important that you follow the requirements of that password strictly. So let's use everything. Alright, so this is what I used, and then I copy it with faster, and then paste it again, and then you see that it has said the last one, new passwords must match, and that's I'm good to go. So I can now start a new application. Admission cycle, I choose what I want to go for, early action or regular decision or transfer. They have their own definitions with them for these decisions. Sometimes when you go through everything, which is advisable, you have to go through everything in the application process and read out everything so that you don't go halfway and find out that you don't have some requirements they're talking about. So I'm starting a new application, open application. Yeah, so you can see that this is a whole lot of requirements I have to fill in for. So that's why you need to have everything ready before the deadline. At least 2 weeks before the deadline is good.
So all this is your personal information from name, addresses, postal address. This your house address, please. Put your address here. City, your email address is there, telephone number. Okay. Then your biology. They want to know are you male or female? Okay. Your citizenship information. Are you from Nigeria or not? What language do you speak? You have to indicate the language you speak. Here you see they are giving some special consideration to Hispanic or Latino. Okay. They want to know whether you are Hispanic or Latino. These are people who come from, let's say, Mexico. Okay. So basically they are called the Latin Americans, right? Those people from Colombia, Mexico, those areas in there. So they want to know because they will give you special consideration maybe. And they also want to know here also if you are from this minority. Okay, are you white? Are you black? Are you black? Are you all African? No, are you Asian? Are you Indian? So this is the demographic we talk about. They want to know sometimes to give them more information about you. Okay? Religious affiliation. So this is optional. If you don't want them to maybe see that you are from a certain religion, maybe that will affect your senses, you don't have
application.
Okay? After that, we will now come to family information. Start talking about your parents. Who are they? Who's them? What have you? Okay? You put in all this information. Okay? Siblings. So sometimes they ask you also, they want to know if your sibling, your sister or your brother is studying there or what they are up to. If they see that you have around you that are good, okay? You are also good. If the people around you are not good, they will assume that you also have some issues. Okay? So you might have all this information. So please keep it in mind. Alright, let's go to the next section. After this one is academics, right?
Yeah, academics. And sometimes they star some places to just show. Maybe they just give it a red star so that they'll be indicating that it's compulsory for you to fill in those parts. So
here there is no red star, but they have an indication in bracket. So you will see bracket, they will put optional. Okay. So if there is no star, then assume everything is compulsory. Assume you are required to put everything. Okay. If there is no star, that should be a default assumption. Don't assume that things are optional. If there is no star, assume everything is compulsory, mandatory, and required. Okay. So here you talk about your academics, you talk about your school, the course you want to even study, or the schools you've attended, your secondary school. They want to know the counselor. I told you about the recommendation letter, so they want to know who is the counselor there so that they can student whether you are a good student or bad student. Okay? So they want to know this. And they also want to know more about your academic information. When do you intend to start? When do you intend to stop? When do you have all this information? You should have all this information ready for you. Okay. SAT, this is a different exam. You are not required to do it. Okay. This is for those who are from the American system. Okay. So all these are some information they require from you to fill. You have the other part, which is the test scores. So here you indicate the test you took. You have TOEFL, okay? TOEFL for English, they want to know whether you can speak English or not, okay? That's what they want you to test, or IELTS. So these are English exams, you have to take them, all right? Once you have this in place, you upload your result and you are good to go, okay? So they want to know about activities. You see, these are the things I told you about. What do you do? Are you just taking from the community or are you giving back? What do you do as a person? Okay, so they want to know about that. Do you even have a life, or you are just a robot? You know, you are just a robot, and then they don't want to give a robot a scholarship. So they want to ask you about that. Do you help people? Do you not? And all stuff like that. Then you have the essay. So here you write the essay about yourself. What do you do? Why should they give you the scholarship? They are even giving you some ideas, and it should be 650 words. So don't write and write and write. Okay, just keep it to like maybe 1 page. Okay, so you tell them everything and you upload the essay, or you can copy and paste. All right. So the next thing is your personal statement. Also, a little bit about that, similar to the essay. Okay, so you also have to provide the personal statement. You can see it's optional, but it's not a must. Yeah, which is good. But they are telling you, why do you want to attend their university? The last part is the recommendation letter. So who are the recommenders? You have to put their email addresses, and they will contact them directly. Okay, you put their names, their organization where they are working, their title, their email, telephone. They will call them on the phone, or they will send them an email. All right, and they will tell them things like this. Okay, so once you are done, you send it to the recommender. He will receive it in his email, and he will be expected to write a letter for you. Finally, once you are done, you sign by typing your name, that whatever you provided is true, and you will be held responsible if you provide a false information. All right, once you are done, you review the application. You check to make sure everything you submitted is correct. You know, here it is telling you something is missing, so make sure nothing is missing. Once you are done, you don't have anything missing. Once you are done, then you have save, and you will have submit. Okay, so that's all. These are all the steps. To apply for this university if you want to do bachelor's degree. Okay, so we move to the next section. But before we move, questions and answers. You have questions, you can ask. No question. Okay, someone is saying that the only requirement he doesn't have is the English. Yeah, so that's actually a requirement, as you can see, for this application, and it's one of the usual requirements always that you will come across, the English proficiency test. They need to know that you can speak English. They need a proof that you can speak English. Okay, so yeah, as I said, it is very expensive. Therefore, we recommend you highly to practice and practice before you go and take the exam, so that you don't spend money. You will find people who will sit for this exam 3 times, 4 times. Every time you sit, that's 250,000 naira going down the drain. So it's even better you pay somebody 50,000 so that they teach you how to pass the exam. Once they teach you how to pass the exam, you go and sit it. One sitting you pass, you save your money. Okay? Okay, someone will ask you.
So for that English proficiency exam, does it mean that if you write it once and pass the exam, will it guarantee or allow you to apply for more than one scholarship with that exam?
Yes. The validity is 2 years. So if you write it today and you pass, for 2 years you will be able to use that same exam. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir. Is there any kind of such kind of exam, not that only proficiency exam?
To prove English proficiency, there is another one, but
Yes.
for English. Okay, that one is for
Okay.
if you are going for PhD or masters. So there is exam they call
Okay.
GRE. Okay, that one
Okay.
if you sit and
Okay.
you pass, it has also 2 years before it expires. 2 years. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
it's a bit difficult. So I always encourage people practice, practice, and practice. Okay, some will tell you
Okay.
this is the score they want you to get. So it's better you get very high score so that you don't have to write the exam multiple times. So practice, that is the secret. I always practice for exams, even if I am good at speaking English. But anytime I have the English exam, I will sit and practice for it. It is worth it. You don't want to go and waste your time. I spend money to buy books. I will sit and I will buy books that will help me practice. Okay? So do it also. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, someone is asking how much for the GRE. GRE is more expensive. Okay, but it's also in that range of 200 to 300,000. But it is worth it. I'm telling you, if you are able to pass the exams and you get the scholarship, maybe your first month's stipend, your first month's salary will cover for all the cost. Okay? When I got my scholarship, my first month's stipend covered for about five of the exam cost, 5 times the exam cost. So it's worth it if you take the exam. And as I said, practice and practice. Someone is raising up his hand. Haladu? Okay, can we use English provided by the university you attended instead of TOEFL or IELTS? Sometimes yes. Okay, sometimes yes, they will allow you to do that. But most times they want this standard test because they don't know whether your school is good or not. You know, they can't tell, but they know TOEFL, GRE, IELTS, all these are standard tests. Everybody from different universities come and take this same test. Okay, so it's always like that. Sometimes you will find universities that will tell them our students studied in English, so they don't require this. So it's up to the university. Okay, any other question? I believe all questions have been addressed. Okay, so for the next section, we will do a quick demo. Somebody is asking, is there any? Okay, I said this again and again. Some do not have. There are some that do not have. Okay, you have to find those that do not have. So it's your job to find those. If you don't know how to find those, you can pay somebody who will look for those that do not have English proficiency test for you. Okay, you can talk to Abba with regards to this. You are in the WhatsApp group, right? You are in the WhatsApp group, right? So talk to Abba, talk to us in the group, or talk to the number that always engage you in the group. And if there are some, you will be able to receive the links. Okay, I can't tell you now. I don't know now. I can't tell you that these are some that do not require this. There are lots of them. I come across lots of scholarships every day. So I can't have all this information in my head. Okay? But if we have, just talk to people and we'll be able to send it to you later. I don't have it now off head. But I know some do not require English. Okay. For the sake of time, I will move to the next one. Okay, I don't know if you can see my screen. Okay, so for those of you who want to watch the video for this session, okay, or train for English and the GRE and what have you, you can easily download our app. Okay, just go to Play Store, type Udemy, okay, and you'll be able to see it here. You see Udemy by Yewa Digital and Automation Technologies. It's a beta version. We are currently working on it. You just enable it or install it. Okay, you can install it. Once you install, you will see open. You can open it. Okay, so let me log out. When you open it, it takes you to the onboarding. Here you can invite other people, you know, on WhatsApp. You can just click invite and you can share the link for the app. This is for teachers. This is for those who want to support the app. So all you have to do next is to click this skip to log in. You see skip to log in. Okay, press it and you are here. If you are only opening this for the first time, you will see sign up. So here you put your name. For example, you see Abubakar, your age, you say 20 years, male, okay, from Kano, and let's put test at asat.com, for example, yahoo.com, okay. So we'll ask for password, just create a new password. Let's put ASD123456. Okay, I will say create account. It will create account for me. It will take you to the home page. Okay, so we have different courses. Okay, if you scroll here, you will see lots of courses. You have jam training. You have all these courses that are coming. Okay, if you open here, for example, Arts and Humanities, you see we have a course here. You can click it. Okay, when you touch it, you have the description. You can say begin lesson and see this, and you'll be able to learn. Okay, and play, and you will see the video, for example. Okay, you can see the video running. If you want to download the video, scroll down here, you see downloads. You can download handout of the lesson. You can download the video. You can download the audio. Okay, so that you can use it even if you don't have internet. Alright, so this is how you access the courses, and you can use this as a practice so that you practice and practice for the exam, maybe even learn new things. Okay, we have, for example, some tools we provide. We have, for example, quizzes here. So you can come here and test yourself. If you want to learn English, for example, you can come to this Koyan Harshen Turanci. After you have finished, you can come and take a quiz. So you can see the quizzes here. You ask. So this is normally how you see quizzes on those CBT exams. So when you finish, okay, you click finish. All right. We have an AI chatbot. Okay. So for questions, if you have questions, just come to this part. Click start now. Press this plus. Okay, so you see what it said. Salam, I am Kudi, your personal teaching assistant on the Udemy app. How can I assist you today? Choose from the following: tutoring, exam preparation, or mentoring. So let's look at one of the questions somebody asked me in the chat. Yeah, so somebody said, okay, so let me write it. I want to apply for a scholarship. Okay, do I need English proficiency exam? Okay, I write it down. So this AI will read my question and he will tell you the answer. As you can see, this is the answer. He said, Wa alaikum assalam. As your personal teaching assistant, I can help you with your English scholarship application. With your application. The English proficiency exam requirement for scholarships can vary depending on the specific scholarship program and institution. Some scholarships may require an English proficiency exam, while others may not. It is essential to carefully review the eligibility criteria and requirements for each scholarship you are interested in to determine if an English proficiency exam is necessary. If you have any specific scholarships in mind, I can assist you with further in finding out their specific requirements. Okay, so it is telling you already that if you want, I can tell you. So you can say, for example, I am applying for Erasmus Mundus. Okay, this is one of the popular scholarships. Okay, so you can ask it. I'm applying for Erasmus Mundus. So it will generate a response. Okay, so it tells you as an Erasmus Mundus scholarship applicant, you may be required to provide proof of English proficiency. The specific English may be required may vary depending on the program you are applying for. It's advisable to visit the official Erasmus Mundus scholarship website or contact the program coordinator directly to find out the specific English proficiency exam. So this is one way you can use this app. Okay, another way is you can say, okay, thanks. You can ask it about anything related to studying. Okay, you can tell it, okay, so it tells you you are welcome and what have you. So you can tell it, I want to learn about let's say photosynthesis. Okay, it will also tell you answer regarding, let's say you are learning biology, you don't know what is photosynthesis. So it tells you photosynthesis is the process by which green plants, algae and some bacteria convert sunlight, carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen. Of course, in the chloroplast of plants and so on. So this is an AI which we built sure for you so that you can use it to be practicing and learning. Okay, and when you register, you get 10,000 credits. Okay, if you come here, you see foodie credits. To use this AI, you need this foodie credit. You have 10,000 when you register for free. Now I have used like 2,000 credits so far. Okay, so you can buy more if you want. You can see buy now down there. You can buy more and you continue using it. Okay, every other thing on the app is free. It's only the AI because it is expensive to build this and it requires money for it to be working. We had to be paying also to get it to work because everything is running from the US. Okay, so we are paying for server and everything for the app to work. So it's very cheap though, very cheap to use it. As you can see here, if you go here, 50,000 coins you have is just for 500 naira, and this will last you very long. You will be practicing with it, chatting, and you will learn a lot. Okay, so that's about that. So if you have question, you can ask. We want to round up. You are at the last page. No question. If you have question, you can send it in the chat. Okay, for those who have more questions, okay, you can easily reach out. You have this number on WhatsApp or this email. Okay, reach out to any of these numbers and ask further questions regarding anything that you might come across. And the video is uploaded on YouTube. Okay, just go to YouTube and type Udemy. You will see the video of last week. It's uploaded, and we will also upload it on the app. So if you download this Udemy app, you will also get the video for the workshop, and you can watch it from the beginning to the end. Okay, all right. So since there is no question, we will stop this workshop. We will end it now, and the exam is 2 years. It takes 2 years before it expires. All of these tests, most of them, they take 2 years to expire. Okay, all right. So thank you for attending this session. And I hope to see you in the next session where we will show you how to apply for another university, okay? And another type of scholarship. All right. Assalamu alaikum.